Hello, beautiful Capricorn. Thank you for being here. My name is Jaden, and this is Lighthouse 36. Today I'm doing a special reading for you about what will your future significant other be like. And this is a pick a card reading. I'm going to choose 3 piles and then let you choose which pile's right for you. And if it doesn't resonate once you get to your pile, if it doesn't feel right at all, just try another pile or another placement. And once I've done that, um, uh, for each pile, I'm going to get some clarifiers regarding that person's past, present, and then their future with you. And then we'll get some potential timelines because we're all on different timelines. Okay, let's get started. Spirit, what messages do you have for the Capricorn Collective? 3 piles, please, for 3 archetypes, 3 energies for their future significant other. So this isn't a one-night stand, it's a significant other. Okay, we've got our first pile. 2 more, please. 2 more energies, Spirit, for their significant other. Future significant other for Capricorn. Thank you. Okay, we've got our next 2 piles. And I'll only flip these over once we get to your pile, and you'll find timestamps in the description box below. Okay, so pile number 1 has a blue, I believe it's solidite, you pronounce it, crystal. Pile number 2 has a rainbow fluorite crystal. And pile number 3 has a pink rose quartz crystal. All right, I'll just give you a little bit to pick your pile. Okay, Capricorn, if you need more time, please just pause the video and I'll see you on the other side. Timestamps are below. Okay, pile number 1. You've selected the blue heart-shaped solidite crystal. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. All right, let's take a peek underneath. Oh, the philosopher. Okay, and I'll read to you what's on the bottom. Deep and contemplative, questions everything, including your plans tonight. So here's the card. I'll just bring it up a little closer to the camera and let it focus. So this doesn't mean that they're truly a philosopher in the academic sense. They're just someone who's very philosophical, okay? And I find this card funny because they're on the toilet. And also the author of this deck, their message on the bottom is always a little funny. And by the way, I only read these cards intuitively. So let me just place my hand on there and get an intuitive read for you. There was another pile, I think, that had this, sorry, not another pile, but another zodiac sign that had this card in one of their piles. Okay, I'm just going to take a few deep breaths and connect. So as I mentioned, this doesn't mean that they're a philosopher in the academic sense. I mean, they may, if they went to university, they may have majored in philosophy. But that, isn't necessarily their career. Although, unlike the other time I selected this card, I am feeling like this person may be a professor, um, uh, you know, and tenured. This person is not the type who can work for other people. They're the type of person who needs to work for themselves, okay, and have their own business or a job that gives them a lot of freedom. Yeah, and they could be a teacher of children, whether elementary or middle or high school. I'm feeling like this is a new, a fairly new soul to the planet Earth, okay? This doesn't mean that they haven't had lives elsewhere. I just feel like they're a fairly new soul to the planet Earth, and they're just very curious about everything that goes on in this planet. They find it very curious. Okay, this is going to sound very weird, and if I'm getting a little too esoteric for you, I'm sorry. Please try another pile if it's just too much for you. Um, uh, this person has an animal totem of sloth, okay? And the sloths are people who have come from other planets, okay? Um, they're a new soul to this planet, to the planet Earth. They've never had an Earth life before, and it's very confusing to them, okay? Um, they're just very curious about everything and understanding um, why things are the way they are. Like things just don't make sense to them. It's like it's confusing to them. This could even be someone who is autistic or like mildly autistic or have what was called Asperger's syndrome. They like things a certain way, okay? Um, they do like children, though. They're very flexible. They do like children because they find them more flexible than adults and animals too. This actually may be someone who is extremely spiritual. And they make a good partner to you because, yes, they may drive you crazy with all the questions, but what you love about them is that they're really into you and learning everything about you. They notice everything. If you got a haircut, they're going to comment on it. If you have a new dress or outfit or piece of jewelry, they will notice it and they will comment on it and compliment you. And you like that attention. You like that they pay attention to you in that way, that this is a very detail oriented person. And they're also, I'm not sure why I'm getting this, the type of person like they'll do the jobs around the house because they're so curious about how everything works. And they get great satisfaction from understanding things like painting a wall, like painting a room, or the plumbing, or electrical. Like they're just curious. planting trees, planting a garden. Anything else, Spirit? They do love life. They are passionate about life, but there's many things that confuse them. Yeah, like they may be very passionate, like about their political beliefs. Like anything they get into, they go full-heartedly. If this person doesn't have their own business and like, this may be something from the past that I'm picking up on, but it may be someone who struggles to keep a job because they'll stand up, okay, to the boss. Like if someone they feel is being treated unfairly, they will stand up for them. Very, very intelligent person. Okay, is that it, Spirit? Okay, thank you, Spirit. All right, let's get some clarifiers about their past, present, and future. So we'll start with past, please, Spirit. Please give us two cards for their past. So we've got the King of Swords. Yeah. And the King of Cups. Wow, two kings. Yeah. This is a very evolved person, okay? So the King of Cups and the King of Swords here. So the swords represent the mind and intellect. They are an extremely intelligent person, okay? They probably have like above average intelligence. Um, and like I said, they're, this is kind of confirming what I've said. They're either working in their own business, okay, leading others, okay. They're not the type to have a boss above of them and be managed, okay. And with the King of Cups here, very emotionally balanced as well, okay. Um, uh, and possibly working with children. They do love children. So Spirit is confirming what I've said here. Um, they just need a job where they're free. There's a lot of freedom. There has to be a lot of freedom in the job that they work at. So this is past. Yeah, it's interesting. Spirit's not taking us into their childhood here. Can you give us one card, Spirit, about their childhood? Okay. So here it's the Nine of Cups. This is a very happy family life, okay? Very happy family life. This was a child that was well supported by their parent or parents, guardians. They may have had a big family, lots of friends around. This is someone who had a very fulfilling childhood, okay? Very understanding parents. Okay. Please give us their present, Spirit. Present, please. Yeah, they knew who they were from a very young age. It's like, how sometimes people say someone is a very old soul. It's like this is a very old soul, except that they haven't had lifetimes here on planet Earth before. Okay. Very evolved soul, I'm hearing. Okay. Present, please. Present. Present. Okay, so we've got here the Three of Wands. All right, they're waiting for something. So it looks like they have it together in terms of their career. So now I think they want the happy family life um, that they had as a child. They want to recreate that with someone. Okay, and they're waiting for that patiently. Yeah, they want a new beginning. They want the end of this solitude of being on their own. They want to recreate the happy family that they had as a child. Um, and so they want that to end and a new beginning. Okay. Um, I'm getting the feeling that this may be very close. So may be meeting you soon. Because this is in the present. So this represents the world, a beginning and an end. Um, so it may be very soon that they meet you, but we'll see in the timelines that are offered by Spirit. This also could have to do with world travel, like maybe they're well traveled. And also, like, what I'm seeing here is see how bright and light this person is? This is them, okay? And they don't understand all this darkness here on earth, okay? Like, they want everybody to be well. Um, they're very passionate about politics and their beliefs. Like, they want everyone to be well. And they just don't understand all this darkness here on earth. Okay? Um, let's get 2 now for the future for when they meet you, please, Spirit. 2 for the future for when they meet you. Oh, wow. 2 of Cups. Yeah, there you guys are. Very happy, sinking, um, a very like deep connection. Okay? Beautiful. Yeah. Thank you for confirming that, Spirit. It's like you're toasting, you're celebrating meeting each other. Okay, one more for future. The 2 of Wands. The 2 of Wands. Yeah, you're looking into the future, okay? When you guys meet, it's like you're instant, like you know your soulmates, okay? There's an instant connection here. And you start planning your future quite quickly, actually. You're what that this person was looking for, and they're what you're looking for, okay? You're planning for the long term. Okay, all right, that's beautiful. I love it. So this is an instant connection. Yeah, a lot of light and love. Okay, Spirit, can you give us some potential timelines, please? Some potential timelines, because we're all on different timelines, when this might take place, when Capricorn will meet this love, pile 1, uh, their future significant other. When will they be meeting? Indecision is causing delays. I've never selected this card before. And I think what this may be about is that some of you are enjoying singledom and have enjoyed it for a long time. You've been in hermit mode. And I may be speaking to some Gen X people here. And you're not sure that you want this partnership, that you want a partnership in your life. You're not 100% sure about it. And so this will cause some delays, okay, for this person to come in. The other card you got was 12 months from now. Okay, so in a year. One more, please. Potential timeline for Capricorn. Pile 1, please. One more for pile 1, please. Spirit, one more for pile 1. One more potential timeline for them to meet this person. Yeah, next year looks promising. Okay. So 1 year from now, so it looks like it's going to be 2027 if you're watching this video at the time that I'm recording it and posting it on YouTube. But for those of you who are indecisive about whether you want a partner or not, it's going to cause some delays. It may take a bit longer. Okay, pile one, Capricorn, I really hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please show this channel some love. And I wish you all the very best on your journey. And I'll see you next time. Take good care. Hello, pile number two. Thank you for being here. So you've selected the rainbow fluorite crystal, and let's flip over your card and check out the energy. Oops. So we've got the lawyer. Okay, now this doesn't necessarily mean that the person will be a lawyer for their legal, like for their profession, but it's an energy of what type of person this is, okay? And I'm going to be reading the energy shortly, but let me just read you the bottom of the card. Persuasive and sharp, he'll argue his way into your heart and out of taking out the trash. Oh, okay. The author for this deck has a real big sense of humor, so so the cards are funny, and but I read these cards intuitively. So let me see what I pick up. So I'm picking up that this person actually may be in the legal profession. That's not always the case with these cards, okay? So they may be a lawyer or a judge. I'm hearing that they may be in insurance, okay? Doing something for insurance, and they will be high up. They could also be in sales, someone working in sales. They're impeccably dressed, and they are someone who really identifies themselves through their work. Like they get a lot of their self-esteem from the work that they do, whatever they do for a career. This is someone very philosophical and who enjoys being right. Um, they do have like a bit of an ego. Uh, is it healthy or unhealthy, Spirit? Okay, so they do have a little bit of an unhealthy ego. And we'll see if this is past, present, or future, okay? They love numbers. This may be someone who even is like a broker or works in investments. And not just little things like high stakes. This is someone, they're a bit of a charmer, like they have a lot of, if it's a man, they have a lot of women around them, um, uh, or if it's a woman, a lot of men around them. There's someone who likes to surround themselves by beautiful people, okay? And they've had a lot of partners. They love being single. Yeah, they love being a bachelor or bachelorette. They love their singledom. Um, and they're the type who, like, they have a lot of people beneath them doing a lot of the work, and they kind of deliver it and direct, you know. This is not someone who has a manager above them, like they're the boss, okay? Whether it's their own business or, um, you know, or they're just pretty high up in a company. Like they, if they report to anyone, it's not very many people. Like they're a very smooth talker, and their career gives them a lot of freedom. Although they do work, you know, um, uh, they've worked hard for their money. No, Spirit's saying no, that they actually they are very intelligent, but they don't have to work as much as other people. Like a lot of people do the work, and then they somehow take the credit and look good. It's kind of like, um, like a newscaster, let's say on TV, where, there's so many people working behind the scenes, that or even a movie, and you see the actors, there's so many people behind the scenes, doing lots of hard work. And then, but the news person, the news anchor, or um, the actor or actress, like they're the ones who kind of get, the fame, the credit, and are dearly loved. And so it's kind of like that. This person really cares about their looks. I'm hearing plastic surgery, like they maybe have had some plastic surgery done as well. They like the idea of being fit, but they're not really into fitness. But they always look good. They always look good. Kind of like a Fraser Crane. Uh, I think that show was called Fraser Crane long ago, the not 80s or 90s on TV. Like yeah, a lot like that. Like he was always in a suit. Very rarely did you ever see him, dressed in track pants or dressed down. Okay, let's get some past, present, and future energy for this person. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit, please tell us about this individual, this archetype or energy, the lawyer, this new significant other, future significant other for Capricorn. Um, oh, and I'm hearing that they do want a family. It's not necessarily that they want to take care of the kids, but they do want a family. Okay. This is someone who has people like nannies and um, uh, like a housekeeper, sort of energy, like someone that comes in, once a week to clean up their bachelor pad or bachelorette pad. Okay. Spirit, please let us take a peek into this person's past, please. Two cards representing their past. Yeah, here it is. They love being in the spotlight, okay? They're the Queen of Wands, and this is not about body parts. They love being in the spotlight. There's a lot of people, like all these candles here. behind them working, you know, making them look good. Um, and they're the ones in the spotlight, okay? Um, and they're very good at what they do, and they're very successful. Um, okay, so here's the Two of Wands. Um, so this may have something to do with travel. Um, you know, like they love traveling. Spirit, tell me more about this from the past. Yeah, I'm hearing, I'm just going to move this over a bit. This was a very ambitious person from a very young age. They knew what they wanted to be and do from a very young age. Yeah, they were the type, like, even if they did something, you know, that they weren't supposed to be doing, they'd get somebody else in trouble. They were always a good talker. They're a very smooth talker, okay? They can easily convince people of things, which is why they'd make a great lawyer or a great salesperson. Um, they knew from a very young age what they wanted to do when they grew up. They were very confident from a very young age, okay? And they wanted to be like in the spotlight from a very young age, okay? They knew they would be. Okay, thank you, Spirit. And present. Present, please. Yeah, here's the community card. So this is what I was saying about lots of people behind them, okay, making them successful. They know that it's not just them, that there's a whole group of people behind them, and they're good at motivating people. They're just, they're great at communication, okay, verbal communication, oral communication, and they're very good at getting people to do what they want, what they want them to do. This is a very successful person. Okay. One more for present, please, Spirit. You know, and they're the type, like they do realize it, and they are the type to give bonuses and little gifts to the staff. Like, they're aware of it and they like to motivate people in a good way, you know? Yeah. But they're looking for here's the Ten of Pentacles, which is long-term stability and financial abundance. But it's interesting because this card also has a family here, okay? So this person, yes, they want long-term financial stability. They want things to keep going, like the success to continue as it has been, but they also want this family, okay? This is what's missing in their life, okay? And they realize that, you know, now that they have the career, they realize that they want the family too. They want to be successful at that, okay? I'm hearing that they might be worried though that they can't stay faithful, because they do enjoy having different partners and being surrounded by beautiful people. Um, they do have a concern about whether they can be faithful or not. Okay. Um, okay. Spirit. So you get the truth here on this channel. I don't always wear rose-colored glasses for everything. Okay. Future, please, Spirit. Future. You know, I want to ask Spirit, Okay, I know this is a concern about being faithful, but will they remain faithful once they meet our Capricorn person? Will they be faithful in this relationship? Monogamous. Eight of Swords. Oh, okay. So they may feel trapped, okay? Um, they may feel a bit trapped. I'm going to get one more. They'll need to protect themselves, from flirtations. They'll be committed to protecting themselves from flirtations. One more, please, Spirit. One more. Because they're a successful, attractive person, so there will be flirtations. And it will take a lot in them, but they are committed, okay? They are committed to being in a monogamous relationship, but there will be tests. There will be tests. Yeah, and they're going to be remembering their childhood. I think that they had parents who were very faithful to each other. I'm hearing got married very young, like high school sweethearts, and they are committed to that, okay? They're committed to that and having that with someone in their future. They do want the family, they do want to be faithful, but there are going to be tests, okay? They are going to be tried. Okay, future with Capricorn, please. Thank you, Spirit. Future with Capricorn, please. Future with Capricorn. Future with Capricorn, please, Spirit. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, here they are. Um, they they're going to value you. Look, they really value financial abundance. Okay, they value it so much, and they're going to value you as much as they value that. Wow, that's beautiful. They're going to be very protective of you. Just really love you and want to hold on to that, You're of great value to them, and they love you deeply. Wow. Okay, one more, please. One more. One more, please, Spirit, for future. Yeah, there it is. So there's, oh, yes, and this one just fell out, okay, from the bottom. Um, there's an ending here. They walk away from that kind of playboy past of theirs, okay, when they meet you. And there's an end to that, okay? These two cards represent an end, and there's a new beginning with you, okay? This is the new beginning. They want a family with you. Um, you know, I believe this person does want children. If you're older, it may be like maybe you have children and they have children, so like you're a grandparent, and they want to enjoy that, like being a grandparent and maybe not having had all the work of raising the children themselves. I don't know. So that's a possible storyline as well, or timeline as well. But they are totally committed to this new beginning with you and walking away from this past, this kind of playboy past. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. Um, Let me just get a few potential timelines for Capricorn, as we're all on different timelines. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Oh, 3 came out. That's perfect. So I'm seeing May, June, and February. So we're in May right now at the time of this recording and posting. So it's possible that it may be May of 2027, or like the next May, depending on when you're watching this reading. It could be this June or next June, or February next year, around Valentine's Day. So that's beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. So those are 3 potential timelines. So thank you, pile number 2. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please be sure to show this channel some love, and I will see you next time. I'm wishing you all the best. Thank you. Hello, pile number 3. Thank you for being here. Okay, you've chosen the pink rose quartz crystal. All right, let's flip the card over and see who you've selected. Oh, upside down. The adventurer. Bring that into focus. There we go. I'm going to read the bottom, although I do read this deck intuitively. And just a forewarning, the author of this deck has a little bit of a sense of humor. The adventurer, bold and spontaneous, lives for thrills, but schedules are a foreign concept. Interesting. Okay. All right. So let me see if I can get a read on their energy. As I said, I read the energy intuitively. Just taking a few deep breaths and grounding myself. Yeah, I'm picking up, this is the type of person who has had a lot of adventures, okay, travels a lot. But see, it's the number 2 card. They're looking for someone to share these travels with. Like they may have gone with friends. I think they've done a lot of, I'm hearing solo travel, okay? Um, uh, I was going to say that it's because their friends are not as successful as they are. But what I feel is like this person, I'm not sure what type of job they have, but they work to travel. Okay. Um, like I know someone who works for like 2 months and then takes off a month, you know. There was someone that I worked for as well. She worked, for, a month and a half, 2 months, and then she'd take a vacation for 2 weeks. So they may be someone who's self-employed in order to have a flexible schedule like this. Or it could even be someone who has savings in the bank, like maybe now, excuse me, they're retired, okay, and it's been their dream to travel. Yeah, I'm hearing like possibly like some friends have health issues, and they may be a bit older, and friends now they plan to travel together, but um, have other commitments or health issues, and they can't go with them. Um, in their youth, or if they are still young, I see them like working, you know like just like blue collar jobs, like construction work, or like at a McDonald's or something like this, or restaurants, and you know just okay, I'm taking a break now. Okay, you don't want to give me a vacation time, so I'm quitting, and then they just find a new job when they get back. And this may be even someone who works as they travel, like in the countries, like they may get cash jobs or barter. If you're not the traveling type, this pile may not be for you, so you may want to try another pile or another placement. Spirit, what is it that drives this person to travel so much? Yeah, they just like to learn about different people and different cultures. Like, they're not even the type to stay like in a nice hotel. They really want to be with the people, okay? They're not the type to stay on a resort. They want to meet the people, okay? The local people. Yeah, they'll go into the interior. They may even have a job that needs them to travel, you know? Like maybe they own their own business and, they go and buy things all over the world from local villages and communities, like crystals or jewelry or something like this, or like, they sell things in a flea markets and something like that. To this person, freedom is very important, okay? They don't like having anything to tie them down. And this includes children, okay? Like, so this is someone who most likely has never had children or doesn't want to have children. But they are looking for someone to share this journey with, okay, and these adventures with. And when they are back home, they do things like bungee jumping, skydiving, getting skateboarding, for some reason, skateboarding, rollerblading, zip lining. Um, this is a very active and fit person. Anything else, Spirit? They're a very spiritual person too. They love nature. They have a lot of survival skills, like camping. And even though they go and visit, like they like visiting local communities and getting to know the people and eat the foods, they prefer to spend time on their own. They don't like drama. If they get too close to people, then he's introduced to the drama of their lives. He likes simplicity, or she likes simplicity. Very much into nature, a naturalist, and loves animals. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Can you give us a look into this person's past, a peek into this person's past, please, Spirit? Future significant other for Capricorn. Two of Pentacles, which is all about balance, but you notice there that she is traveling. So it's like they need to travel in order to keep themselves balanced. And this was from a very young age. Very young age. The Star. Yeah, it's always been their wish to travel. They've had the travel bug forever, like ever since they were young, really young. It's always been their wish to travel, and it keeps them balanced. Like they don't like working, okay, like working 9 to 5 jobs. Um, it's they feel stifled, and traveling helps keep them balanced. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting something. Just a minute, please. I'm hearing troubled childhood. There was troubled childhood. Um, There's this book, a children's book, Alexander's Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day, something like that. And that child, he's wishing throughout the book that he lived in Australia. So this is the type of energy, okay? Um, Maybe he read that book when he was little. I don't know. But this is the type of energy that we're here, that's here. Like since he was very young, he wanted to live elsewhere, okay? Um, And I'm hearing and seeing National Geographics, like he would look at those and, you know, want to be there. This actually may be someone who is a photographer. Okay, that's their career and it takes them all over the world. This is someone who has great difficulty working a 9 to 5 job, okay? But it keeps them balanced. All right, let's get to about the present. Present for this person. The emperor. Yeah. They've created an empire for themselves, but that empire is inside of them. Okay? Um, it's like it's not a physical empire, okay? It's inside of them, like patiently, you know, um, like storing in their brain like all these files of where they've been, people they've met, things they've seen. It's inside of them. They have a very rich inner life. They may have a home base, with like souvenirs from where they've traveled to help them remember. But this is someone who has built the life that they always dreamed of, okay? Um, they're really proud of the life they've built and the way that they live their life. And they're looking for someone to share it with. They're looking for their empress, okay? One more present, please. One more present. They're very content. Excuse me. Oh, interesting. After I just said they're very content, the Nine of Swords. What is this Nine of Swords doing here, Spirit? Oh, um, I'm getting that there's been a health issue and they're afraid that it may end all of this travel, this empire that they've built, that it may take it down, that they won't be able to continue doing um, what they've been doing. And for some, this is someone that they met that they thought might be the one, and they're not the one, and they're quite upset about it. Can you give us further clarification on that Nine of Swords, Spirit? Further clarification? Okay, that's way too many, Spirit. Please, further clarification. One more card. Okay, this one flipped out. The Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is long-term stability, financial abundance, and family. Um, like a good personal life, okay? Um, so this may have to do with someone that they met um, and they thought was the one who wanted to travel with them, but they weren't the one. Or it could be they may be experiencing some issues financially, um, maybe because of this illness. Um, I'm hearing Cancer. Or it could be like just, now hospital bills and that sort of thing. And they're just afraid right now that they may not continue this life. But this is the Ten of Pentacles. And see, this is a mature person. I think they're going to get through this, okay? And live that abundant, stable life that they've always wanted and have had, like to continue being in balance. I think that they are stability is coming back in, that this is just a temporary thing right now. Okay, future, please Spirit, future when they meet Capricorn. Future when they meet Capricorn. Five of Wands. Five of Wands. This is a competition card, and perhaps when you meet them, you're in another relationship. And they feel like, oh, there's a bit of competition here to win her heart. Yeah. But see, there's an end to that relationship that you're in. When you meet them, you know they're the one. They know you're the one. So, but this has them fearing a little bit because there's someone else in the picture. But there's, with the World card, there's an end to that relationship that you're in. Okay? It could even be the other way around, where they're in a relationship, but they meet you and it kind of brings confusion, like they know you're the one. Okay? But I'm getting it more the other way, like you're in a relationship. But there's an end to that relationship and a new beginning for the both of you. And this World card does have to do also with global travel. So I think you two will be traveling together. This is a new beginning for both of you. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. I love when the cards, like the messages come fully around like that. Just gorgeous. Okay, Spirit, please give us some timelines. Please give us some timeline. I'm smiling here because, yeah, like it's just, you're the one that, he's been wanting to travel with, and he gets over that hump, whatever it is that's in the present. It's like happily ever after kind of thing, Please give us 3 potential timelines for when Capricorn is going to meet this person, this adventurer. And they're going to change each other's lives forever. Oh, sorry. Fell on the floor. Let me just pick that up. Let it be a mystery. Oh, interesting. So Spirit's saying that it has to be a mystery for some of you. Interesting. Maybe they don't want you to prevent you from being in that other relationship. There's a reason why you need to be in it. Okay, one more timeline. Oh, let me put that over here. Yes. 2 more timelines, please, Spirit. 2 more timelines for Capricorn when they meet this individual. Timing is much farther in the future. Interesting. I think that you have, some of you, obviously, not all of you, have a destiny with someone else. This person here where there's the competition. Okay, before you meet this person, there's something that you two, some kind of contract, soul contract that you've made. Okay. I think you need to be in another relationship first, like before you meet this person. Okay. One more, please, Spirit. One more. Capricorn, when they meet this individual. Okay. 3 months from now. So some of you, it's 3 months from now. Okay, Capricorn, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I certainly did. And if you did, please show this channel some love. I really appreciate you, and I'm wishing you all the very best. And take good care. See you next time.